It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. This is Hines.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. How about this? Racing to the end zone. Touchdown! Nyheim Hines. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Blues get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And he returns this to the 22.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10
at their own 22.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Loose inside the 30.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Blues are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Powell's throw taken in by Pringle.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Powell down to throw it. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
4th down, Howell.
That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2.
And it's a fumble. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. They run. First carry for Damian Harris.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. And now they'll throw with Allen. That escapes the sack. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
105 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
He's going to have the first down and then some. Loose inside the 30. Touchdown!
Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Blues take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Hal throwing on first down here.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Taron Johnson made the stop. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll go again with Gibson. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. And he's got it. Touchdown. Byron Pringle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders get a bit closer. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Howell throwing for it. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert, alert.
Here's Hines. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 112 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. That pass is caught by Hardy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. They run with Hines. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 34. Now it's Hines, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing on first down is Allen. His throw caught right around the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Harris running straight ahead, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Alert! They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try the left side. Hines. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 9. Allen now looks to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And touchdown! Gabriel Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Blues will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. One last shot before the break. Howell. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you
Both
down
teams
the
currently
coast
making
down
their
to
final
Orlando.
adjustments.
That's where we find
We're getting ready
Jonathan
for the second
Coachman,
half.
ready
So
with
we'll
our
send it
EA
back up
Sports
to FedEx
halftime
Field
report.
and hand things
Coach.
back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's Howell. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Again, it's Harris. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Allen now on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Josh Allen scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Blues are an extra point away from going up by 30. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now try to pick it up on 3rd. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down.
Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard.
And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
1st down, Hal to throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
They begin the drive with Hines. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Now a give right side. It's Hines. Past the 20.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Nyheim Hines, 44 yards.
And the Blues just continue to roll.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down.
56. What's that?
On the delay, here's Harris. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They're going option play on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Once more, Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Panther 11, 79 Bronco, 70 Ranger, Mustang 19.
This time they'll throw it with Howell.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. 3rd and long. Here's Howell.
He gets it to Thomas. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
Steps away. And my goodness, another interception.
Pick made by Terrell Bernard.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
They hand this off to Harris.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. Hines.
And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
40-yard line.
174 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
This is Hines, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Allen running the option to the left. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He'll buy some time right. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
That's good for Washington Commanders.
Hal to the air on 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
A give running right, Gibson. And he'll work down inside the 45. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Throwing here, Howell.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Howell down to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Howell throwing on third down here.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
4th down, Howell, desperation time.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Howell with one final shot.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Commanders 20.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports